Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. Today I'm using bulgur and I'm going to be serving it with turkey thighs today. Now bulgur is wheat. The husk has been removed and it's been cracked up, so you've got the germ as well. So this is very nutritious. It's very high in B vitamins, it's very high in your acids, and it's very high in your minerals. In other words, it's very good for you. Well, it's not high. I guess you take a lot of it to get it high. But anyway, let's just say it's got everything in it. So what I'm going to do today, instead of using yellow onion, I'm going to use red onion. I'll use either one. Now yesterday, I talked about caffeine. By the way, bulgur goes very well with chicken and fowl. I like to use the whole berries when I use beef, and I stick it into a beef stew, which gives it different flavors and different things that you can do with it. Excuse me 1 minute. Okay, what you're going to do with this onion is you're going to dice it up. As I was saying, we were talking about coffee yesterday. Well, not coffee, mostly about caffeine, what it does to the body, because I wanted people to understand. Okay, now I'm going to talk about coffee and tea. Coffee and tea are a food. All right, I'm not going to lie, they are a food for the body. But when you add milk or sugars and creams and everything, you notice how you get a bloated feeling? It's because it's disrupted your digestive system. Black coffee and plain tea is food for the body. As soon as you start adding the other stuff to it, it becomes a poison. And that's why you get the bloated feeling. But it's not poison enough for you to upchuck, but it messes up your whole digestive system. Some combinations of food cannot be taken that way. They have to be a different way. So black coffee is good, but when you add sugar, it becomes poison. If you add milk, it's poison. You start adding all these other things to it, it becomes poison. So if you're going to have it, be aware of the bloatedness is your body's response to disrupting the digestive system that you have. And the same thing goes for coffee. With tea, both of them do the same thing to the body and cause the bloatedness. I noticed that you're seeing a lot on Instagram and Facebook, or if you want to say social media, people say, I take the Rise mushroom coffee and I don't have the bloated feeling. They had the bloated feeling in their stomach was because it was causing a disruption in their digestion. So if you wish to have coffee or tea, you should have it plain. When you have it plain, it's a food. Always remember that. It is a food. But when you start adding other stuff to it, it becomes a poison. Now, I have had mushroom coffee. Matter of fact, I just ordered another bag, and it's Rise mushroom coffee. And I make it like I make regular coffee. Here's my towel. Where did that go? It's right in front of me. And I put a little sugar in it, and it doesn't give the bloatedness or anything, and it's very, very mild. But it does taste like coffee, which is interesting if you make it like coffee. I make it like coffee. In other words, to 8 ounces, I put in 1 level tablespoon. That is the ratio for making coffee. For every cup is 1 tablespoon of coffee. So I use 1 tablespoon of the mushroom coffee to the 1 cup of water, and it comes out really, really nice. Now what you're going to do is heat this pan up, a saucepan, add some oil into it. I'm going to heat it up now. we're gonna be doing is we're gonna add the onions and we're gonna saute these onions. You don't need a high heat because you don't really want to burn them, but I guess a medium heat would be fine. So when I did have coffee, I always had it black. It was very rare I added anything to my coffee, so I never had that bloated feeling, but I know a lot of people do. I see people lined up getting coffee. They put everything in, you know. Once in a great while I'll do it, but very, very, very rarely. Though I have a book on coffees and different ways of making coffee. It'll take me forever to go through that book. So if you want to try the mushroom coffee, all you have to do is remember that when you go to make a cup, it's 1 tablespoon per cup, and it comes out really nice. Even my sons, I said, here, try it. And they said, that is nice. I said, it's really, really nice. So I would recommend it. And if you have high blood pressure and stuff, by all means, do try it. Don't be afraid of it. Buy 1 bag and try it. You will not be disappointed if you make it right. And stick to that ratio for coffee. You'll do quite well. Okay, now we're going to saute these, and then we're going to pour some bulgur in here. I can't tell you how much because we like it so much. I'm going to serve it with turkey thighs today. I just think it'd be nice. I wouldn't do turkey wings or turkey legs because there's not enough meat on them. You'd be paying more for bone, but the thigh is really good. But if you want to make a turkey stock, I would definitely recommend the wings and stuff. That would do excellent. Now, when they say translucent, the onions, that's when it gets more of a cloudy look about it, because you won't be able to see straight through it. So that's what they mean when they say saute until translucent. And you know, I never bothered to see how many grams of protein was in this. Because we like it so much, I never bothered. Let me see how much it gives the amount. Oh, 1/4 of a cup has only 4 grams of protein. So it's, for every cup you use, it's 16 grams of protein. I do pour just about a cup in here. You're going to stir it around and coat the bulgur with the oil and stuff. Need a little more. We're buttons when it comes to this. But it goes so well with chicken and turkey and fowl. And the whole grains you stick into stews, it's really nice how you do it. Oh. I'm adding stock in. This is vegetable stock that I have. And you're going to add some salt according to your taste. I can't tell you. I'm using my health food one that I make. I call it health food because I did it. It's kelp and salt mixed together. Now, when you cook bulgur, it's the same way I cook rice. I'll bring it to a boil and let it cook. Oh, wait a minute, scratch that. I bring it to a boil, and what I'm going to do is then put the lid on and turn it on simmer. And what I do is I cook it. Right now it's just covered with the stock. And what I'll do is I will check it periodically, and when it dries out, I'll taste it. If it's not done, I sit there and I add more stock or water, whichever one you want to use. I'll be using stock, and that's how I do it. So as soon as it comes to a boil, I will sit there and put the lid on and turn it down, and then just let it cook. So bulgur, you basically cook just like rice. Okay, now we just have to let it cook. Okay, the bulgur is done. So now what I'm doing is I'm drying it out, because it has a little extra fluid in it, so I'm going to leave it on and take the lid off and let it dry. Now bulgur is a bit on the chewy side. Alright, just letting you know ahead of time. When it's dried out, I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay? Now also remember that bulgur comes in half cracked or finely cracked. It has different grades of crack that you want. Or you can buy the whole kernel and sit there and pick through it and then just cook it like you would rice until done. So there's a lot you can do with it. Okay, here it is. If you want to say it's a brown form of mashed potatoes, I guess you could say that. Take care and enjoy your day.